One game. You love to play. Your mother...
Don't talk about Mom.
Why not?
You don't get to talk about her.
I loved your mother.
Is that why you cheated on her?
Sometimes your mother wasn't the kindest to me. I know that's no excuse.
You were home more, instead of leaving us behind for your business trip.
That's not fair. I worked hard. I wanted you to have the things that I didn't have when I was growing up.
Growing up, I wanted a father.
Your mother...
Come on, Dad! We're gonna be late.
Have you seen what happened to my tie? What happened to my tie?
I laid a few on the bed.
I hate this tie.
Then don't wear that one.
But I already picked this one.
Again?
What again?
This, Dad. You have 7 ties. You pick that one every time and tell me you hate it.
Feels weird.
Of course it feels weird. I bought it for you when I was 7. I wonder why you never had me tested for color blindness.
And?
And are you gonna go pick a different tie or not?
But I already picked this one.
Are you staying home this weekend?
Can't.
Why not?
Business. Can't miss this meeting.
I know, Dad. I know.
It's important. Well, it is.
I know it is, Dad. So was the last one. And the one before that. And the one before that.
Something wrong?
I had a thing. You need some help?
No, I've got it. Remember that trip we took up to Oregon?
I try not to.
Why not? You caught the biggest fish.
Wasn't me, Dad. That was Bill.
Your brother?
The one and only.
Well, what did you catch?
I didn't catch anything. Except maybe a cold.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Don't worry about it. Just another thing I did wrong.
What do you mean?
Don't pretend like you don't know.
What are you talking about?
I couldn't catch a fish like Bill. My grades were never as good as Bill. And I could never make you happy like him. He was your favorite.
I loved you just as much.
Funny way of showing it. You know, I don't think you told me even once that you were proud of me.
How many times did you actually do your best? You always gave up when things got rough. You know, I had to push you to make you better.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You pushed and pushed and pushed until I didn't care anymore.
So it's my fault, isn't it?
You're goddamn right it is.
You know what your problem is? You have so much potential, you don't do anything with
I
it.
have a job, don't I? One where I don't have to bounce around the country avoiding the people who depend on me.
What happened to your dream?
You made sure they were dead when I realized that none of them could live up to your standards.
Is there a game on?
Which one?
Anyone.
I don't think so.
That's fine. I'm not much for sports. You know, your mother loved an athlete once. Did I ever tell you how I met your mom?
She was the head cheerleader. So you thought you'd impress her by trying out for football team.
She was the first one to visit me in the hospital. Still got that bump right here on my head.
you looking for, Dad?
Oh, what did your mother wanted?
Does it matter now?
I don't suppose not. Did she say anything about me?
No, Dad. She did.
How's Jess anyway? She
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
We're taking a break for a little while.
Trouble?
No. Yes. It doesn't matter. She wants to get married. I don't. End of story.
Well, why not? You two are perfect for each other.
Oh, can we stop talking about this?
You should call her.
And when did you take such an interest in my personal life?
I'm your father. Of course I take an interest.
That's new.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing.
It's not nothing. What's wrong?
You've gone through my whole life ignoring me, and now you want me to open up?
Ignoring you? I wasn't ignoring you. What about that trip we went to Oregon? You caught that big fish.
For the last time, Dad, that was Bill!
I could have sworn it was you.
I'm not surprised. You were never around enough to learn the
I had
difference.
to work. I had to keep your family clothed and fed. You think I wanted to be away that long?
You could have fooled me. When you got home, all you cared about was sleeping, getting a drink.
I never hit you, your brother, or your mother.
I wish you had! Then I would have felt like you actually knew I was there. Instead, you just got home, poured a drink, and ignored us.
How can you say something like that?
Easily. You deserved everything Mom said about you.
What about chess?
What about chess, Dad?
Think of all the hours we spent when you were a boy. You asked me to teach you, and what did I do?
You bought me a board and made me learn.
You were smart enough to learn. I knew you'd be good at it. Imagine your mother wants you to play checkers first. Your mother.
Mom is dead. She didn't have a husband after she kicked you out.
Why did you take me in?
Because you're still my father, goddammit!
You're still my son. I know I wasn't the greatest father or the greatest husband.
Far from it.
That didn't make me love you, your brother, or your mother any less. We all make mistakes. If I could take them back, I would do so in a heartbeat. But I can't.
It's too late.
But I think about how frightened I am that you would just reject me. So I stayed quiet. Or worse, I'd lash out at you, reminded of how much I hurt you.
All I ever wanted was to hear you apologize. I played it in my head over and over again. Just waiting to hear it. I want you to know that I love you, Dad. Despite everything I've said, you're still my dad. And that I forgive you. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Hey, Jess.
we're gonna be late.
He'll be there in a sec.
You okay?
Yeah.
Is this the eulogy?
Yeah. I've been working on it all day.
It's beautiful.
It's okay. I've been tinkering with it nonstop.
You know, you could have worked on it at my place.
No. No. I had to do it here.
He'd love it.
He'd hate it. It wouldn't be good enough.
He'd love it.
He'd tear it apart until all the joy was dead.
He'd love it. Nice tie.
It was Dad's. I gave it to him when I was a kid.
Was it his favorite?
Absolutely hated it. He wore it everywhere.
Sounds like your old man.
Jess, I'm so sorry
For what?
for being a jerk. For not wanting to get married. I should never have driven you away.
I came back, didn't I? Come on.
I didn't always get along with my father. It was hard, and those of you who knew him could say he was as bullheaded as they came. He was rough and hardly ever reached out, but
I make mistakes all the time, and I regret them. One thing in this world I don't regret is you.
he was still my father.
When I'm away, I know I did something right. I brought you into this world, my son.
He still took me fishing and did things that I didn't really appreciate until now. He was someone who was always trying to get the best out of me. Someone who always wanted me to learn the lessons he learned too late.
We all make mistakes. Try again. There you go. Shouldn't give up so easily.
Right now, back home, there's a chess game that we were playing.
Ian Bishop 4, your move.
He could have checkmated me in 2 moves. But he didn't. I didn't realize that he was still trying to get me to find the right answer.
Now come on. It's your move. There you go.
Trying to help me stand on my own 2 legs. He wasn't a great man, but he didn't need to be. He was my father.
See? Look how good you're getting.